Good afternoon. So today topic is about linkage section variable. Okay, Shamla.
Money?
So previously, how will you pass the data from COBOL to COBOL variables?
By two ways, money.
Mm.
By using value classes, and then by using data in stream in the execution JCL.
By using value plus and in-stream data concept, this in DD star. Okay, and by using the accept statement, we are receiving the data, right?
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
like, so there is another way also we can pass the data by using linkage section. Okay.
Mm.
So by using linkage section, we can declare the variables, and in linkage section, we can mainly use it in subprograms. Okay, we can use this linkage section variables in the subprograms, means main program and subprogram. Okay, linkage
Yes, ma'am.
section is a variable like length of characters while passing the data through PARM parameter. Previously in dynamic allocation, we'll pass the data by using instant data concept system DD star. Now in the execution JCL only, we will use PARM parameter to pass the data to linkage section variables. Okay. By using PARM parameter, we can pass the values to COBOL linkage section variable from the execution JCL. Understand? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So we can pass how many values maximum?
100 characters.
Yes, we can pass maximum 100 characters through PARM parameters. 100 characters in the sense 100 bytes of 100 characters means 100 digits. Okay. Linkage
Yes,
section
ma'am.
variables we can write inside the group variable. We can write inside the group variable. And we must and should declare 2 bytes binary variable to this linkage section. Okay. So this is very important. We must and should declare 2 bytes binary variables. And by using 2 bytes binary variable, we can calculate number of characters in the PARM parameter automatically. Okay. And the linkage section variables we must and should specify in the procedure division statement by using value class. Understand?
Okay, ma'am.
And without using value class and accept statement and move statement, can I allocate to linkage section variable? I can pass the data to linkage section variables by using PARM parameter. Okay. This is also another way to pass the data to COBOL variables by using linkage section variables using PARM parameter. Okay. Previously,
Yes,
we
ma'am.
already done using value class and accept statement and move statement. Okay. Now one more is linkage section using PARM parameter. So while passing the data through PARM parameter, the linkage section variable will not accept the system default values. Okay, previously we have system default values now, but in this there is no system default values. Okay, in value class, if there is any memory remains means, so it will fill with zeros, and in alphabetic alphanumeric, in value class and accept statement, spaces are filled with spaces, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But here, while passing the data through PARM parameter, the linkage section variables will not accept the system default values. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is example for linkage section variable. So identification division, program ID, environment division, data division. Up to here, common. So in place of working storage section, we are writing linkage section. Okay. So declare a group variable. So here we've specified ls. Why? Because means previously we are using working storage section variables. So the prefix is WS. Okay, now we are using linkage sections. So the prefix is linkage
LS.
section LS. Okay. So in upcoming classes, we'll use host variables. The prefix is HV. Why we are giving prefix like this means, so to identify what type of variable it is. So if you give simply like variable name like A, B, C, D or any PQR, so we can't identify what type of variable it is, whether it is a working storage or linkage section or any host variable. So it is not easy to identify like that. So we are giving some prefix to that variable name before. LS means linkage section, WS working storage section, HV host variable. Okay. We'll see this host variables in COBOL plus DB2 concept. Okay. So declare a group. So inside the group, 3 subgroups. Okay. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, procedure division using LS group. We have to write like this: procedure division. Link procedure division using LS group variable. Okay. Now display length of palm. What is the length of palm? Where we have storage in LS length. Okay. And display FN means first name, LS means last name. Understand? So in the execution JCL, previously we have done like when system DD start will pass the data, right? So in the dynamic allocation, we'll pass in between system DD star and slash star. We pass the data from here. Now we are using palm parameter. Okay. So in steps exec after program name, comma, we have to write palm. Okay. Palm equal to within the quotes your data. Okay. So here, what is the picture class length for FN? 10 bytes. Last name 10 bytes.
Okay.
Okay. So IBM 3 characters and remaining 7 are filled with spaces. Understand? And after that, last name 10 characters is display. Means you have type in like this. Okay. IBM 7 spaces. Next, mainframes. Got it?
Mm.
So we have to give palm parameter your data within the quotes. Okay. So then if you display first name means you will get IBM 7 spaces, last name mainframes. And in place of length, you'll get the what is the length of palm parameter. Okay. Understand?
If it is the length means it will show as a 20 bytes money
Yes,
answer for. Okay.
ma'am.
Yes, okay, money.
Let's ask question. Repeat the question.
Yes, money. Yes, money. I asked a question, you answered it.
Once repeat the question. I have not listened properly.
Okay. So here we are using LS-len nominee. So in the output, the LS-len should be maybe a 20 bytes.
No. You go and check it. It's not 20 as well. Okay. You can check
Okay.
practically.
Okay, man.
In linkage section, 2 bytes binary variable mandatory or not mandatory in not mandatory in normal COBOL programs. Okay, if you are using linkage section, 2 bytes binary variable is mandatory and not mandatory for normal COBOL programs. Okay, so it is mandatory, otherwise trailing characters will be truncated and leading spaces added in the sysout if you are not providing 2 bytes binary value for linkage section variables. Okay. If I don't specify linkage section variables in procedure division statement line, what will happen? So the linkage section item did not have addressability. It will not resolve successfully. We'll get maxi 12. Okay. Can I pass the data from linkage section variable to value class? So using value class, we can't pass the values. Okay, through linkage section, we can't pass the value through value class. Now, can I pass the data to linkage section variables using move statements? Yes, we can pass the data by using move statement to PARM parameter variables. Okay. Can I use accept statement for linkage section variables? Explain. So by using accept statement, we can pass the value to PARM variables. So I have a accept statement for linkage section variables, and the data represent both in sysint dd star and PARM parameter. What will happen? Okay. So I have provided the data to from sysint dd star and PARM parameter variable also. So if given value is both PARM and instim data, so instim data will override and accept statement will give high priority. Okay. So build a COBOL program to copy data from PARM parameter to working storage section. So by using moves, we can copy. First, we need to write a working storage section variable, then only linkage section variable. Otherwise, we'll get maxi 12. So first I have written working storage section variables, and then after linkage section variables. In procedure division, moving ls group to ws group. Display mn means displays IBM. Display un means mainframes. The same example, the same input I have taken. Okay, to here. So now build all the arithmetic operations using linkage section variable. So building arithmetic operations. So the length of uh, linkage section length and first name, last name, and result means ABC. Okay, moving value to linkage section variables, move 10 to first name, move 20 to ln. So display length of PARM will get 20. Okay, now compute result equal to Fn plus Ln. So in display you can see 10 plus 20, 30. Okay, so the result is displayed within 4 bytes. Okay, so you can see 4 bytes value in the output. So compute result equal to Fn minus Ln. What is Fn minus Ln? You'll get 30. Sorry, 10. Subtracting now. Display area is 10. Stop run. Okay, in execution JCL. So after your program name, you can use PARM parameter to pass the data to linkage section variables. Done. Understood.
One doubt, Mani.